And that time traveling thing didn't work at all, did it?
No, we were 6 minutes late.
No, still 6 minutes past. God damn it! I was sure that was going to work. I bought that off a fella on Etsy.
I got mine off the Wish app.
Pound.
I don't know. 125. We were late.
Do it again, Richard.
Which bit?
The bit. No, I just meant welcome to the show. I think you lacked your normal gravitas.
Right, I'll go for it again. Hold on to your hats for this one. Welcome to the Ideal Home Show, episode 125. I am Richard.
Richard.
My friends call me Richard.
Do your friends really call you Richard?
No. Let's not get into that. With me, I have James, the nation's favourite squonker. Rick, the nation's favourite vendor. I said vendor.
Vendor.
Like the guitars.
Vendor.
Vendor.
And John from justadnick.co.uk. Just John. Just John.
The
nation's favourite pervert. On tonight's show, we'll mainly be talking about squonking, maybe a little bit of pumping, but mainly squonking. We'll also be talking about Vape Jam. That's happening in a couple of weeks. So we'll talk about that. And that's it. That's all we're talking about. There may be a mod showcase.
I think we need to say before kickoff that unfortunately our South African friend Bradley Bob, the Apple iPad has let him down, so he is ready to go, and he's at the Excel Victoria Dock at the Excel, but he can't join us because it don't work.
It's all just an excuse. He's got to bed early because he's got to be there. He's got to bed early tonight because he's got to be there early in the morning because he's got to put the chairs out and stuff like in assembly at school.
I heard that there's a black guy in charge of the internet and Brad doesn't want to talk to him. But that's a rumour. It's just a rumour. Just a
pure speculation.
What we're going to do at the top of the show is we're going to go around and ask everybody how their weeks have been and what they've had for lunch and things like that, and also what they're vaping on. A little bit like a hand check type thing.
Ooh,
that's
different. A good idea. Yeah,
yeah. We'll just rattle through it. I think it'll be quite a quick thing. That. James, how has your week been? What did you have for lunch?
Yes. Tell me more.
What you vaping on? What you drinking? And why aren't you coming to jam?
Oh, that's a good question. Why no jam? Just write that down. Yeah, excellent. Thanks very much, Richard. I've had a good week. It's been a pretty good week. Just a normal, standard kind of week. Some good vape mail. Had some good vape mail this week, and some other bits through the post. I just grab it here. I got spaced through the post. Who else gets? Everybody else gets spaced through the post? No,
I think it's just
me.
You,
I got spaced through the post from the lovely Pete Nixon.
I don't even know what it is. What is spaced?
Spaced is Simon Pegg's. Very, very nerdy.
It's so good.
It is. I did see it when it first came out, and that's a lot of years ago. Was his very first thing, John? Can you remember? Was his very first thing?
Asylum was the first thing, I think.
I don't know whether I've seen Asylum.
Asylum is sketch show with him, Jess, not Nick Frost, Tim from The Office. He was on it.
I have seen the occasional clip on. It seems very kind of dark and crazy.
Yes.
Yeah. But I've not seen. I have just seen clips on the YouTubes. So I got spaced. I want to binge that this next week. And the best thing, I mean, don't get us wrong, it is available for, you can stream it or download it or whatever. But the best thing about the box set is the extras, because you know that it's going to be filled with loads of crazy extras. Simon Pegg being what he is. So that was a nice little highlight of my week. What have I been watching on telly? I tell you what I watched. I did do a little bit of Netflix, and I watched The Defiant Ones. It's like a little mini series or whatever Netflix calls, a HBO thing. It's kind of the story of Dr. Dre and Jimmy Iovine, or whatever his name is, the producer.
Oh, I don't know. I'm not into your hippity hops.
No, I love Dr. Dre. I haven't heard of that though.
The Defiant Ones, it's very good. So it's a 4-part. It's about 4 hours worth, about an hour a piece, and it's kind of it sees you all the way through from the start of Dre's career to when he met this Jimmy Iovine, who
was that when he sort of hooked up with Eminem and
all of them people are on there. There's loads of guests telling the stories of the 2 of them or the 3 of them working together, and it goes all the way. Like I say, it goes all the way through from before the Chronic and stuff. So really quite early. All up to pretty much.
I love that album. That's one of my favourite hip hop albums of all time.
Chronic 2001, 2 brill albums, 2 absolutely brilliant. I'm not a super mega hip hop fan, but I love Dre. I do love Dre.
The Chronic is quality though. The whole thing is great.
And I'm sure I'd heard of this Jimmy Iovine or whatever, but because it's a bit of a weird name, it's IOVINE or whatever. But a capital I looks like a bit like an L, and I thought he was called Jimmy Levine, and it's not. It's Iovine. Anyway, that's just me being an idiot. But it's dead good. It's 4-part on Netflix. Definitely worth a watch. I've binged that this week. Space next week. I'll be talking about that next week, no doubt. So that's me week. Bit of telly, bit of mail. I did get some other mail. I got some. So this leads us nicely into almost seamlessly into one of my vaping. As always, I'm vaping on the Lugos, the Viper, with a whistle on top. In there, I have got Dem 2, which I'm enjoying again. I cannot do more than a couple of bottles of Dem 2. I like to move in and out of it. Although it is always in me blue, John. It's always in me blue, in me coat pocket for just in case, because it reminds us so much of you. So I'm on that on the Viper. I did get some lovely vape mail though this week. I got a BAM, and I also got the Killick Customs Air Lab with loads of extras. I picked them both up this week. I got the BAM in a trade from Josh, and I got it's black Ultim with your regular Ultim on the side, but it's a DNA. Where's my screen there? That's all. It's a DNA 75C, and I've never used a DNA 75C before, but they are dead easy to use. I've customized it as well using.
Pretty easy to program as well, aren't they? I did a theme for mine when I got it.
Dead easy. I mean, I went onto the Evolve website, and they've got a whole interactive tutorial, and I got about 11 seconds in there. And I went, "Oh, this is too much like learning stuff. I don't want to learn stuff." So I went into it. It's if you've used any window, I mean, it's available on Mac now, so it has been for quite a while. I think Brad, I'd never downloaded it, so I put it on the Mac, and it is a piece of cake. If you've used any other Windows-based bit of software, it's pretty much point and click. The buttons tell you what to do. It's dead easy. I loved it. So it's big out of mods. It's black Ultim and regular Ultim. It's a DNA 75C. The battery life on the DNA 75C is unbelievable. I was talking to Mark today, and he confirmed that it is probably the most efficient board out there at the minute. So, like I say, I got the BAM from Josh Robertson a trade. I got the Killick Customs Air Lab from Graham Hartley. Kindly sold that because they're a bit tricky to get.
No relation. No relation.
No relation at all. Another thing about this week, I got a delivery. You might have seen this on the group, and this blew us away. This was on Saturday evening, I think it was. Yeah, Saturday night, about 8:30. I was waiting for some bits and bobs from Amazon, and I'd been waiting all day for them patiently, as you do. I'd popped to my mum's for a bit of tea. I was gone 20 minutes, and they arrived when I was out.
Always the way.
You know, because you instantly know with Amazon, because you get the email through saying, we tried to deliver, but you weren't home. We'll try and come back another time. I was like, oh, but 8:30 he turns up, and it was this chap from the group, Colin Burnhope.
Yes.
And he recognised us from the show, and it blew us away. He was like, "I did home show." I was like, it's cool. It was very, very cool. So thank you very much.
That was fucking awesome. I think the only one I've had like a public-y one, which I didn't know, well, it was weird, was when I was in Iceland. I was walking through with some post for work. And we're doing a fundraising thing, and I said I'd wear a dress, and we hit the thing about an hour before. And I was walking through Tesco's at Iceland, and a bloke went, "Oh, hey, see you tonight in a dress," and I went, "Cheers, mate." Just get him going.
People of Iceland, can I just give you a little bit of context behind that?
No, it's for charity. I'm a very charitable man, and I will be wearing a dress.
It was absolutely brilliant. It was shocking, but it was brilliant. So like I said, so let's get back to handshake. So the BAM, the old air lab on top, and in there I have got some carrot cake from Epistle. Is it a pistol?
Yeah, it's a pistol. I was joking. Sorry.
And then I've got the Hellfire setup, Shadow, Vipe Rex, Whistle on top, and in there I've got. Then I am see from last week a little bit of a see how it's going down now. Auntie Ali is helping us to vape this at the minute, but it is the custard cream from Spectrum Vaping is slowly but surely going down. So that is what I am vaping. I am currently drinking, because I'm not organised. We're a little bit late today. I'm not organised. I'm currently drinking a Carlsberg, but I have got a tasty beer. Did you see me Easter egg post on the group?
It was good.
I didn't get Easter eggs. I got Easter lager from everybody in my family, essentially. So we're a couple of bottles of all nice bottles. And I'm going to crack one up in a wee while, and I'll point that at the camera even if I'm not talking. So, because I'm not sure what it's going to be. So that's what I'm drinking Carlsberg at the minute. Cheapy lager, but I'll be drinking better lager a little bit later on. Why am I not coming to jam? Oh, what did I have for my lunch? I had a sandwich for my lunch. I had ham salad, but it was with a pesto mio. For a little bit of a change.
Oh, a pesto.
Bit of egg?
No, a pesto and egg. That seems worse than regular egg-based sandwiches.
Not a pesto fan.
Not a pesto fan. Don't get us wrong. It's not homemade made or anything. It's just a jar of pesto mixed with some mayonnaise. It's a pesto.
It tastes like this. I like quite a basil fan, but not pesto. It tastes like the smell of the inside of a greenhouse. And
I love a bit of pesto.
I like a bit of pesto.
I like making it myself. It's better homemade, of course.
I've never made my own pesto, but I might give it a go.
Very easy. Don't need much. I'll give you a recipe if you like.
That would be good. Rick's homemade pesto. I would like that a lot. Drinking, eating, vaping, week. Why am I not coming to jam? A couple of reasons. One, my wife is working all weekend, and my son is going to be in my duty of care for the full weekend. However, I have got a babysitter as much as my mother could potentially have a little bit of the boy, but she's just gone 70. She was 70. I said last week that it was birthdays this week, and she was 70 yesterday. He's a bit of a handful for a 70-year-old woman, and plus, I did.
Don't fucking tell her that. You would be done. That'd be the end of you. She
doesn't know about the show. You know why she doesn't know about the show, John? Because you've got a potty mouth. That's why she doesn't know about the show. So I've never mentioned it, even though.
You really think so? I didn't notice. A lot of people have said I have very nice language.
You are filth, John. You're absolutely
mainly cunts, if I'm honest.
You see, I kind of tell me mum that.
My dad might be watching it. He always watches the intro, so he might be watching this bit. See, Dad? Proud of me, aren't you? You're fucking proud of me.
Turned out all right, that one.
Yeah, he's a good one. So and plus and when I worked at them, it was like 120 quid in the train. Then you walk about money and you all of them. I was like, this is a 400 quid weekend by the time I tot it all up. So for them reasons, basically, that's why I'm not coming to jam. Even though I would love to see you lovely homies in the flesh, and the homies at home, the homies at home. Yes, that's right. I'd love to kiss your faces. Right, so that's my bit. I think I did all them things. Did I do all them things? Yeah, got a little bit.
Sounds good.
Cool. Let's whiz it back over to you, Rich. Let's not leave you till the end, because I feel you sometimes when you do the intro, you're left till the end. So, how has your week been? How has your evening been? How was your the last hour? How's that been for you? I'm interested in what's gone on the last hour. How's your week been? How's your last hour been? What did you have for your lunch? What you're vaping on? What you're drinking on? And since we are quite a jam-based show, and you gave me a jam-based question, if you were to host your own vape
we
event,
are. Oh, next February.
What would you call it?
No, we don't know that.
And what would set it off? What would make it different from all the other? From the other events that are out there. So that's over to you, Rich.
Okay. Mixed week. I went to a wedding up your way, James. Up your way. This on Tuesday, so that was a Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday thing. That was fine, I guess, if you like that kind of thing.
Did you get some free food?
Yes, yeah, lovely, a lovely bit of beef actually.
Oh, was that what the meal was?
The wedding breakfast.
Oh,
Couldn't squeeze in a funeral in those 3 days while you were?
Yeah, got 3 in.
Yeah.
Yeah. They're not as easy to find when they're on Mondays.
No.
They seem to gravitate towards a weekend or something. I don't know what that's about. But yeah, I found a couple. Yeah. So did the wedding, and that was all fine. But 3 days out of the game is just too long, you know. So it just puts you behind on everything, and loads of mail. And I've got my RTA, which is fundamentally a disaster. So I'm trying to sort that out. So all that kind of stuff, and then kids didn't want to go to sleep tonight, which was fun. And then when I joined the hangout late, my microphone didn't work, and that's why we were late starting.
Very, very quiet.
It was very, very quiet, which is not ideal, is it?
Usual.
So that was a thing. So that's that. So drinking. You might not have heard of this. Drinking Foster's.
Is that the Australian one?
Grape in the barrel now.
Fair dinkum, mate.
They don't drink it in Oz, though. No,
They don't.
It says it's incredibly specific. It says brewed in Europe by Heineken.
It's got nothing to do with Australia.
Just outside London.
Oh,
I never saw one can of that in 2 years living there.
Apparently, it's made in a place called. Might have to help me out here. Edinburgh.
Oh,
it's Scotch.
Edinburgh.
It tastes exactly like Edinburgh as well.
Like piss.
Oh.
I was thinking castles and things.
All right. No, I meant what Rick meant. No, it's fine. It's what it is, isn't it? It's wet, isn't it? So
was it free? Did you just find it outside?
Yeah, it's leftovers from the holiday cottage in Northumberland.
Oh, a nice holiday cottage in Northumberland. Whereabouts in Northumberland were you? Don't know why I got stuck there, but James might be able to confirm. Is there a place called Hexham?
Yes, there is a place called Hexham.
Yes, it was there.
Nice. Northumberland's very pretty.
It's really pretty. Like it's unbelievable. It's like 8 miles out of Newcastle, and you're in green.
Yeah, it's nice.
I didn't think that would be the case.
Am I right in saying I'm going to go for another guess? Is Morpeth?
Morpeth. Yeah, Morpeth.
Yeah. Nice.
It's not just Newcastle. Sunderland's the same. You drive probably 4 or 5 miles, and you're into green here as well. It's there's lots of green around it. We're not densely populated.
No, well, dense.
Just densely.
It was very lovely. It was very pretty. My car's feeling the worth of it. But yeah, no, it's fine, all good. And so that whole bit was fine, but it was just the timeout bit. So that was that. Drinking Foster's had for. I haven't really had a chance to eat anything. I saw a cheese sandwich. Does that count?
Yeah, man, definitely. Maybe saw it. Yeah.
It had instead of butter, it had cheese spread. You know, Philadelphia.
Ooh.
And then
what? And then cheese in it.
And then a piece of cheese inside it.
Fucking hell, I think you just found my wife's favourite sandwich. I'd never even thought of that.
It's called the Uber cheese sandwich.
Sounds good to me.
It was in a tea cake.
A scone?
No, like a bap, but
fruity.
said right. That's the thing, but let's not get into that. Is that everything? Is that it? Is that everything? Just vaping.
Your own event.
Oh yeah. So I would call it
Rich Jam.
What would set it apart? I don't know what I would call it. Something along the lines of the Ideal Home Show. But what would set it apart would be I would have people throwing glass juice bottles at you.
Nude vape models.
Scantily clad ladies. I don't know why that's not become a thing.
They have to be nude, I think, just to go one up on everybody.
I was thinking about a rule that every single stand had to provide their own dubstep.
Yeah. All different ones, though. I don't want to hear the
Yeah.
same one.
Yeah.
Good.
Literally no clashing of the same song.
Could it be possible that all the promo girls have like a slight smell of cigarettes?
I was just thinking: are you legally allowed to insist that everyone's a smoker?
I think so. I think that's fine.
Yeah. They could all be nude and on stilt as well.
Stilts is a thing.
Yeah.
And then I was thinking some sort of rule about you have to bring a child.
Everyone.
Yeah. Or something like that, but not in a weird way.
And no juice unless it looks like sweets.
Yeah. It has to, ideally, we want to be able to see the brand that they're trying to.
Yeah, that's for like a food stuff or get out, but aimed at children. So like Hubba Bubba drink, Panda Pops.
Some sort of uniform for all attendees, like a black t-shirt.
Slapback. Can you insist everyone has a beard or
a tattoo? And if you don't have one, you get one on the door. It's just those sort of things, really, just to sort of mix it up to make it a bit different from your typical thing. So that's the thing. All right. Okay. So I'm vaping tonight for the first time ever. I'm vaping on this. This is the Wismec Luxotic NC.
Can you hold it up a bit? It's got I can see what it's kind of.
It's so on top. It's got the Guillotine V2.
It's quite. I'm not calling it. I can see it's been influenced by the melody, but.
Yeah, I can see that.
He's frozen.
Oh, John's frozen. Or me. Or
Not it, all right.
No,
Everything's
John.
fucking influenced.
So yeah, it's a bit of a strange thing to call it the Luxonic because they're squonkers, the Luxonic, and this doesn't squonk at all. So that's a strange choice.
How many batteries have you got in that bad boy?
2 batteries, and that is where it stands out as a thing because they're in series. Well, no, they're not. I don't know actually. It's got the ability to be a parallel mech, unregulated style mod, not a mech, but it also has a potentiometer, and you can use it in potentiometer mode.
Ooh.
Yeah, it's not as nice in real life as it looks in the flesh. The reason for that is these panels are kind of plasticky.
You can hear
That didn't make any sense. Which one is it? It's not as nice in real life as it is in the flesh. Which one?
It's not as nice in this the picture that you're looking at now as it is in real life. It's not as nice in real life as it is looking on camera.
Right. So you say it looks better on camera.
Yeah, because in the flesh it's a bit more, and there's a bit of play in this as well. So yeah, I don't know. It's a little switch on top. That's how you do the whole switch into potentiometer mode thing. The Guillotine V2 is an interesting one. That was quite a popular RDA. It did squonk, I believe. That's all right. It's got the same clamps, though, if you didn't like that. Yeah, the pulse width modulation thing. Yeah, I haven't really had a go on that yet, but that doesn't seem...
always, I hear people who want to make mods, and occasionally somebody comes along and says, I want to make a mod that can switch between series and parallel, or that's really quite pointless, switching between parallel and PWM, isn't it? Because if you want it in parallel, or did you say series?
No, it's parallel. You can have it as a parallel unregulated or in PWM. If
you left it in PWM and put it down to 50%, it would be exactly the same as switching over to parallel.
It would normally. It would on a good PWM board, but this is not.
No,
it does. Well, it doesn't seem. I've literally only just had it, and so this take it with a pinch of salt. But you can hear the rattlesnaking. You can hear the warpy computery noise.
That's just the frequency of the switching on and off.
But you don't get that on like the PWM that you made me.
No, you don't. That's a bit different frequency. It's there. If you're a cat or a dog, you might hear it.
Well, I ain't.
You're not.
Yeah. Again, that's brand new. So I'm still only playing with that. That's that. And I've got this. This is the Dreamer mech 21700.
Oh, I like that.
Yeah, it's very nice. Got a very nice button. Not something you can really tell on video, but it has got a very, very nice switch. It's a pretty thing, and it's 21700s. Oh. Very nice indeed. I like that. But again, that's just first impression. Nice shape and nice feel, and feels really well made and fancy. That's my Times Vape.
Got that little indent that I made on mine, isn't it?
Yes, it has. Yeah, the fibia.
Oh, that.
Yeah.
The thenar. It fits in the thenar well.
Yeah, it's got a bit more on it because it's got this bit.
Oh, I see. Yeah,
but
needs that.
It's nice. Very, very nice at first impression. In there, I've got Gluttony from Just Adnick.
Oh.
And then I've got my Delrin Phobia thing.
Very nice, very nice, very nice.
And in there, I have I've got the lemon custard. So that's the thing. Rick,
hello.
How's your week been? What did you have for lunch? What are you drinking? What are you vaping? And what's your favourite thing about vape meats?
That's my week been. Right. Week's been good. Yep. Carly came back this week to work, so it's a little bit easier. But it's a short week again, wasn't it? It's Bank Holiday Monday. So 4-day week. Very nice. I like short weeks. What did I have for lunch? I had chicken tikka in a seeded wrap. So, you know, the wrap, it's a wrap that falls apart basically when you roll it up. A wrap with seeds in it, and lettuce and garlic mayonnaise. That's what I had for lunch. One of those. What was the other question? Oh, what was it? He's gone off now. He's muted.
Drink. What are you drinking?
Oh, they're last.
What am I drinking?
Yeah.
I'm drinking. Sorry, go on.
Go on. You're back on track. Go on.
I'm drinking Beavertown Gamma Ray. Very nice. It is 2. The local shop's got it in now, so it's great. It's quite a strong one. I think 5 point something. 5.4. It's an American Pale Ale. Nice. So it's another up and coming one. This is like the Brewdog of Brewdog 3 years ago, 2 years ago. It's coming up now. It's on the pumps in some pubs, and now it's everywhere in can form and everything now. So it's coming around. It's getting quite a big Beavertown. I still don't know what the question was. What was the question?
It was, what's your favourite thing about vape meats?
Favourite thing about vape meats? always the same thing, and that is meeting people. You know, I like saying hello to the vendors, all the people that I know who are in the industry. But I get that done in a few hours, and then I'm sort of talking to all of you lot and all the homies and all the nice people that buy stuff from me and watch the show. So it's great. I like it for the social. That's everything for me. I'd go up there and not go to the event, to be honest. I'd go up there, stay in a hotel, and just go to the pub. So that's what I like about. That's what I like about the meets. I think that's the same for all of us, pretty much, isn't it?
Yeah.
You try and do a bit of business, see your friends who are working in there, but yeah, it's all about the social. What am I vaping on? Oh, I'm vaping on. Okay, I dug out an old Atty. All these new Atties that come out, the new hard to get little 22mm Atties. I've got a couple of them. They're quite hard. You've got the Haku and Hadley and stuff. Quite good Atties. Well, I thought, you know, the old Derringer was a good atomizer, so I stuck a bottom feeder pin in it and Fat Daddy Vapes bottom feeder conversion kit, and now I've got a new little Atty on top of my little mod, and it's fucking brilliant. Such a good Atty, such a good flavour on it and everything. So if you've got one of these, convert it. You know, don't leave it gathering dust. It's too good for that. Derringer was a good flavour Atty, and it still stands up in my opinion. Vaping on this and then vaping on the Haku, this has got as much flavour or possibly even a bit more. So that's what I'm vaping on, Haku. And in that, I've got a new mix that I've done. You know, I had, going back in time, one of the first flavours I mixed was a blackcurrant juice. And I fancied some blackcurrant, some plain old blackcurrant. So I made some 60-40, 6 milligram blackcurrant to put in my little guy here.
Nothing wrong with that.
Yeah, I wanted a little bit more nicotine. I could have gone a bit higher than 6, actually, but I'm going to be on soon. I'll be catching up with you, John. You know?
45. Can we puff it away?
Yeah, but you use that Nick Salt rubbish, didn't you?
Lovely stuff.
Yeah. Right. Next, I've got a new mod that I put the files up. You can get these on Shapeways. I've got my parallel cuboid version 1.
Yeah.
That print came through. Yeah, with a dinky cuboid there inside. So 7mm, just over 7mm capacity, and battery life for half a day, depends on how you vape, maybe a day. In that, I've got Voodoo Brew as usual, and oh yes, I've got my Rogue LE number 5 with a goon on top, and in that I have got this Epistle. Not that, I haven't got Mango Lassie, I've got the other one.
Carrot cake or icebreaker? Icebreaker. I thought that'd be the one you liked.
I like them both, actually. I like them both as much as each other, to be honest.
Good.
So that's what I'm vaping on. John.
Very nice. Hello, mate.
We've had you. We haven't had you. How's your week been? Good, I hope. What did you have for lunch? What's your favourite cuisine of the world? And not what you're vaping on. I'm going to ask, what are you taking to Vape Jam tomorrow to vape on?
Oh, it's good. It's good. By the way, you've got an echo, Rick. Thought I'd just tell you. I'm sure he'll be back in 2 seconds.
Great.
He did. How's my week been? It's been really good. I don't know why, knackering. Fucking just generally, just one of those weeks where you're just like, oh, I'm getting no fucking sleep. But good, generally good. What I had for lunch? I was just trying to think what I had for lunch. Don't know.
Got to be junky. Come on, it's got to be something really junky.
It wasn't. It was.
It'll be half a Kit Kat.
Nah,
a Baby Bell.
No. Oh, it was something quite crappy. It was a disgusting gangster steak slice because it was £1. So I had that, and I had some tangerines at work. So I had tangerines.
I said tangerines. Blimey, I guessed that.
Oh yeah, every day, 2 a day, every day. Keeps your vitamin C up, doesn't it? Favorite cuisine of the world would be easy, no problem. Is Thai food all the time. Doesn't matter if it's green papaya salad with chili and peanuts and stuff like that, or like a white snapper with mango, lime, bit more chili, or pad thai, or curry. Love it. Fucking love.
I think when Thai food is done right, it's hard to be beaten because it's light and it's. I remember going to Bangkok. It stank to high heaven of fish sauce and shrimp paste. Nice, because that's where it's all made, isn't it? It's all made there. And I didn't know the smell when I was only young. I was only young when I went there. Now I know I cook Thai food. I load it up with fish sauce and shrimp paste. It stinks to high heaven, but God, it tastes good.
And the other thing, like chuck palm sugar.
Palm sugar.
If you're making a Thai curry, the two things, if you've got like yeah. What the other thing? Cafe lime leaves. If you can get them frozen, not dried, frozen ones.
I've got them in the freezer. Yeah, I've got them in the freezer.
You need to chuck them in. Oh, fucking amazing!
I make my own paste and everything for Thai stuff. I mean, you got to have the peanuts in there for the oil and can't beat.
They do. And little things like strips of pork on the street, like 5p each strip of pork.
You get some great street food in Bangkok.
Fucking amazing. Yep, lovely. That would be my choice. What am I taking? Fuck. I'm gonna take a billet box. One of these, my billet box with an extra set in it. A lot like a Rosemary West on a Thursday evening. She had an extra set in it. And I'm gonna take a Chris Scott McKenzie clicker with a B2K on top. This is basically the stuff that I've got next to me because this is what I'm going to take. I'm only going to take 3 mods, that, and... Oh, no, I'm not. I'm taking 4 because I'm going to take the Goon on top of the Dacus switchfoot and this thing, the RX50, whatever it's called, with a thingy on top. Mouth to lung. Hasta.
Yeah.
Hasta. Mouth to lung. RTA. Yeah.
Hasta la vista, baby.
I'm on that, and I'll be vaping lemon crack. One I'm not telling you. Well, unless you ask me on the day, but I'm not showing it on the show. What am I vaping? Hasta? No, fuck. Lemon crack. Can only be one. And the other one I can't tell you. Yes, that's what I'm taking. Yeah, done. Right, news. That only took 44 minutes. You were right. It was quick, Richard. You were completely correct. Let's go to what am I drinking tonight? I'm only having 2 because I had a vodka and tonic before we started, but a proper job, Cornish IPA. I don't know what I get. I should get to Vape Jam at 12 noon tomorrow. I'll be disappointed if I haven't had a drink by 20 past. I'll be put out.
I'll be in the bar with ordering it when you walk in, mate.
I fucking love you. Right, gonna go straight into the news. This is a story I'm not going to do. I don't think I've got anything miserable. There's a lot about vaping in schools in America land, but you can take a gun into the YouTube headquarters, so you can take a vape into school. Where the fuck is that? Wrong button. I've hidden one thing behind the other on here. Right. I don't know if anybody. I love the fact you open a page and it just comes up with bullshit. It's asking me to subscribe to the news, and I don't want to. Please fuck off. No, fuck off. Oh, right. Does anybody know Colonial Williamsburg, which is very famous for the American Revolution, North versus the South and such. It's a very old town, America. But they've got there's a little story came out in the last couple of days on WH Daily, WY Daily. And I'm going to just read you the first few paragraphs. 6 years ago, Tracy Musgrove's husband Dustin was smoking 2 or 3 packs of cigarettes per day. Then he found vaping and quit smoking cigarettes for good. Dustin's success was something the Illinois couple wanted to share with others and decided to open their own vape shop, Revolutionary Vapes, in Williamsburg. While Williamsburg's demographic might defy the typical vape culture, Musgrove says a professional welcoming shop is the key to unlocking the vape industry in Williamsburg. And what it really is that they got loads of pension and smoke vaping. And I really thought it was awesome. Actually.
Yes, that's cool.
Yeah.
I thought it was really, really good. Because they were like, in Williamsburg and James City County, nearly 30% of Williamsburg and 50% of James City County, you've got to move there, James, are over the age of 44, according to the data of the US Census Bureau. And it's a normal vape shop, everything you'd normally see in a vape shop. Oh, a lot of their customers are older. One of the quotes is, "We have a 90-year-old veteran who comes in here once a week and tells war stories. At any time, we could have a kid in at one table and a 40-year-old construction worker at another. A guy who lives in a basement in his mum's house, and they all talk. The only thing they have in common is they vape." And I just quite like the story, so I thought I'd tell it.
That's not that old, though, is it? You're making me feel like I'm an old.
No. But they've got 90-year-olds coming. We know that that's true. But I can't. I just liked it. I
go and sit in the vape shop at 47 years old and sit with 20-year-olds having a bit of a yarn.
Don't make stuff up.
No, I do. They're all youngsters in the shop. I go in and have a chat with them and have a coffee, and then we have a bit of banter. It's nice.
Good, lovely stuff. That's what it's all about.
Just a number. It's just a number of the old age. I bet. I'm willing to bet that their top selling juice is Werther's original flavour, though. I'm guessing.
Oh, you've just given me a link into the next bit. Talking about top flavour juices, Rick, can you bring up the picture for John's News from the John's News folder? And you have. Can you present it? Let me bring it up. This is the bullshit survey of the week. This was a survey carried out by one of the leading vaping companies in the UK. That was what it was quoted as. VIP. We all love VIP.
They get around, though. They do get around.
They do. Really shit concession stands. Up and down the country, they did a survey asking... I
thought they went bust.
They're back, man. This is 2 days ago. No, yesterday. From the 4th. These are, from their surveys, the flavours that people want. I'll go from top to bottom. Glasgow, their most wanted flavour, breakfast tea. Newcastle was fish and chips. Leeds, Diet Coke. Belfast, Prosecco. Norwich, chicken nuggets. No surprise there. Manchester, bacon. Sheffield, garlic bread. London, mango chutney. I think there was quite a few people just taking the piss.
I think there's quite a few people that don't want to vape garlic bread or bacon. Or
they actually said that the number one in the whole survey was roast dinner.
I suppose if they were asked to think of one that doesn't exist,
that is what they were asked. Yeah, what doesn't exist, but you want it, but you would buy it.
Doesn't exist for a reason.
There are cola ones though, aren't there?
Yeah, a million.
Not Diet Cola though, aren't they? They're full fat cola.
Full fat cola. Okay. Thank you very much, Rick.
That's funny and silly.
We're waiting. Just had Nico waiting on a parcel, and we think it might arrive while we're in Vape Jam. If it does, we can do it. We can still do it. We can do it. Just had Nick are going to be adding Dr. Martin to our catalogue of vapes. Dr. Martin from Strawberry Fields Liquid. Mr. Simon
did that just for you, didn't he? That one that was after you.
It did. It is named after me, Dr. Martin. It's a really nice vape. It's berries and with a bit of spit. It's meant a bit of mint, but to me, it tastes like candy sticks, the fake cigarettes, those chalky cigarettes we used to have without the chalkiness.
If it's one of Simon's, it'll be good. I like Simon's flavours.
It's a lovely drop. If you're watching Simon, you need to come around my house and bring lots of. Just bring the concentrate. Just bring the concentrate, mate. There's no need for you to mix it up. Just bring the concentrate round.
Do you get the same as me, James? Do you think it tastes like candy sticks?
It's definitely got a spearminty, a minty kind of sweety kind of, not too sweet. I think they're quite, because they're basically just sugar on the sugar.
Okay, all right, yeah, I'll give you that. That's what it got me. That was it.
It's got something. It's got something else. It has got that fruity notes kind of at the back of the tongue and they kind of through your nose. It doesn't remind me.
An ethyl maltol taste, sort of.
No, it's not like candy floss.
No. So it's not super sweet. I don't agree with John there. The spearmint is. I don't want to say a floral because it's not floral either. It's an unusual flavour. But it is super moreish. It's not sickly. You could vape it all day, every day. I fully intend when Simon brings me a big bottle of that. You're watching Simon. You come around for coffee this week. When he brings me a big bottle of concentrate around, I fully intend to be vaping that all day, every day for the next however many months. It is super moreish.
Positively
the car now.
Yes.
Yeah, good. It's really good.
I am going to do something on the fly. Oh, fuck me. My phone is giving me a data warning. I don't care. Fuck you, O2.
Well, if you're on 4G.
I am currently on 4G. I'm on all the G's. 1, 2, 3, and 4. Right. The last thing I'm going to do is this is a teaser. He doesn't know I'm going to do this, but I'm just going to do it anyway. So it's a teaser. The Ideal Own Show. I've got a raffle coming up, and from what I can plan in my head, it's going to be the 17th-ish. We work that out. No, I've got that wrong. 19th? About the 19th, whatever the fucking hell. I could just check and I'm just being a lazy twat. 20th. I lied. Look at that. On the 20th of April. Make sure you're free. On the 20th of April, we're going to be holding a raffle. And what I want you to do, I'm going to sell you this now. And what I want you to do is join in. The reason will become apparent. But first, I'm going to tell you a story, and this is from our friend Ian Schwartz, who sent me a message the other week, and he didn't want this, but this is what we're going to do instead. So this is Ian. My sister was diagnosed with stage 3 breast cancer in October 2015. She went through an operation. She had chemo. And she didn't know if she was going to be alive for her 40th birthday. But now she's cancer-free, and we hope that it stays that way, obviously. She's been chosen to participate in a walk in Transylvania in July with the Copperfield charity. They specialise in getting women to spot the signs of breast cancer as soon as possible. This will be a huge challenge for her, and I'm the proudest brother alive. She has helped me a huge amount in the last year or so. And then he asked me if he could put a link up, and I said, you can't, because we're going to do something different. What we're going to do is we're going to do the raffle. We've already got some incredible prizes. I know of something very particular, but we're going to drip feed those to you. Ian's sister doesn't know we're doing this, so what I want to do is on Friday, the 20th of April, you're going to make somebody feel absolutely amazing by we're going to get as much money as possible, and then chuck it over to her like that. And that's a really fun thing to do for somebody you don't know for no reason at all. But we really want to do that. So we're going to do that on April the 20th on a Friday. I will do a drum roll as is my usual thing. And we're going to do that for Ian Schwartz and his sister. And we're going to get her the sponsorship so she can go to Transylvania and do this thing for the Copperfield charity.
I think we should try and get some really good prizes. I'm going to chuck in a couple of mods, I think.
Yeah.
We'll speak to some vendors. We'll get some more. We'll try and get a really good prize, Paul.
Oh, there is an exceptional first prize which I've already got, but I'm not going to. I'll tell you lot later, but I'm not telling. Don't tell them.
I've got a pretty nice mod to put in as well, actually.
Oh, good. I got one-offs going in as well. But that's a bit of news.
That's good stuff, isn't it? It's exciting.
It's exciting and fun as well. Let's just change somebody's perception of the world like that really quick.
You know, it takes so little to give a little, doesn't it? It doesn't take anything, and you can really. It's the reward is in the giving.
Absolutely. And the knowing that you've done it for nothing.
Chuck a fiver in, don't matter. Whatever you've got, chuck it in.
Yeah.
No one's judged by it. Someone comes along and stick Billy Big's balls, puts 200 quid in. It don't matter if someone follows with a fiver. Not at all.
Yeah, let's do it. Rich, do you have any news?
I do. Okay, we've had a laugh and a joke tonight. It's been fun, but there is a more serious side to vaping. Fosters.com, a news outlet in America, have led with the headline "Vaping and Teens: What Parents Need to Know." I'm going to have to read this word for word because it's very serious. For years now, electronic cigarette companies have been targeting teens with brightly coloured ads showing kids having fun while vaping candy-flavoured liquids. And it is working.
Have they?
Last year, make some notes on any bits you want to challenge on this. Last year in York County, 1 in 3 high school students reported trying an e-cigarette, also known as vapes, vape pens, juuls, juuling, or mods. According to Michelle Mason, a project manager focused on substance abuse prevention for Choose to Be a Healthy Coalition, a community health coalition based at York Hospital, electronic cigarettes, most of which have addictive nicotine in them, are not safe for teens despite the fact they are the latest craze and are being confiscated by parents and school personnel alike at an alarming rate. Mason wants parents to know that they are the first line of defense in educating their children about the toxins in the gummy bear flavored liquid used in e-cigarettes. She says, and this is a direct quote, "It needs to start early. Parents can't wait until their kids are in high school. Teens are not seeing a lot of health-related messages on the harms of cigarette smoking and nicotine addiction as previous generations had seen. This needs to be an ongoing effort by parents. They are the #1 influence on kids, so starting the conversation early and keeping it going is critical." Parents may be confused by these gadgets that originally were said to be a tool for quitting smoking. However, Mason said, e-cigarettes may actually be the doorway teens walk through before smoking regular cigarettes. Mason recommends parents research these devices, some of which are sleek and small as a thumb drive, so they can seize upon teachable moments and share the facts about e-cigarettes with their teens. Goes on to say how dangerous vaping is, how untested the liquids are. So it's some interesting quotes from the Food and Drug Administration as well later on. I mean, I don't know about you guys, sounding pretty serious.
Open and shut case for the sound of it.
Yeah, it's terrible vaping. Don't do it.
Do you know what
Just
can
don't
be?
do it.
In all, I don't care. But in all seriousness, just to say, no company I work for sells anything knowingly to anybody who's underage. Let me just say that. What can be safer than never smoking at all?
I think it's pretty good going that only 1/3 of the kids have even tried it, because I'm sure 2/3 of kids when I was at school had tried smoking.
Oh, fuck.
Everybody was smoking. No,
it's just, what are the rules on someone going into a Starbucks and getting a large latte?
Well, they've changed stuff this week, haven't they? Tesco's have now implemented a challenge 25 on energy drinks, because I feel a bit fucked up the other day. I thought, I fancy a sugar-free energy drink, and I scanned it. And then the woman had to come over and press that really obnoxious button that says, clearly over 25. All right, love. Chill out. You could have pushed 25, couldn't you?
If there was a 14-year-old walking down the street with a large coffee from McDonald's,
or a Monster energy drink,
you wouldn't double take, would you?
No, just shit.
But it's not just coffee though. The amount of caffeine in regular Coca-Cola.
Yeah, I mean, it's just as much in Coca-Cola as there is in coffee, isn't there?
There's tons in Coke and tons of sugar, and that is.
Look at
kids drink it.
I'm going to get a real. Oh, fuck it. I'll get in trouble. Jesus Christ. Look at. There's a massive problem. I don't see. Let's compare the two health implications. We're only doing this just as a bit of debate. But if we're going to go into it, the amount of wobbly under 16s I see walking down the street who are clearly massively overweight. I know which one.
With a can of Monster.
Yeah, I know which one's going to get you first.
Because they all go. All these kids these days. They're going down after school and they're going in the coffee shop for a frappuccino, loaded with sugar. They think because it's got real fruit in it, it's not, and they're sculling these pints of blooming fruit juice every day.
Well, I totally agree with the no under 18s. I agree with the law, absolutely. But fuck off. Let's just do a quick across. James, when did you start smoking?
I was late. I was 16.
16. Rick?
I was 12.
Yeah.
First year in secondary school, whatever that is. I might even have been 11 then. I don't know.
12. Richard?
Yeah, I dabbled about 12, 13, 14.
Yeah, I was 12 years old when I started smoking.
I spent a bit of money on fags every day.
Every day. I remember saying to my dad once, Dad, can I have some money for lunch? And he gave me £1, and it had just been the budget, and Benson's were now £1.06. And I went, they put up the price of biscuits. Can I have an extra 10p? And he gave it to me, and I was like, yeah, 10 Benson edges.
Oh, I used to do these sell a couple of cigarettes before you bought them to get the extra bit off your mate.
Oh, that's not bad. Like it.
It work. Yeah.
Look at I can see chat here. I'm going to read this straight down. 10, 12, 16, 15, 16, 12, 12, 12, 14, 13, 13, 16, 12, 11, 13.
Yeah. Bottom line is kids are easily influenced, and they do what their parents do. And society
the other thing is, we can't stand here doing the holier than thou thing, because it's fucking ludicrous. Because if you ask me what I did, I know what I did. I know that we were smoking. I totally agree with the law. Don't get me wrong, but it's not. We all did it because it was cool, and there's no way to stop that. And the more illegal you make something, the cooler it becomes.
The articles like this demonising it are attracting kids.
Oh, absolutely.
Articles like this are doing way more to attract school goers to vaping than any company's branding.
Even said now, when they say things like, "Oh yeah, they're making them now. They're easily hideable." People go, "Are they? I'll have one then." Fucking. Do you know what? They did a survey about 10 years ago, and it was about the impact of no smoking signs. What do no smoking signs do? And they do exactly the same as. Do you remember? The anti-smoking television adverts. When I smoked, when one of them come on, and they were like, there was a horrible one with fields of barley on it, and a woman looking in the mirror, and there was no one looking back, and you're meant to go, awful, cancer. And all I ever thought was, could do with a fag. I'll be back in a minute. Yeah. And no smoking signs promote smoking. As soon as you saw one, you go, I'll have a fag.
It's a double-sided thing as well, isn't it? It's one, it's reminding you that, cigarettes, I could fancy one of them. But also it's like, that's a bit of a bummer. I could do with a fag. It's doubly so. It's not even a single. It is. It's just like telling somebody not to look down, isn't it? It's exactly the same.
I like that.
If parents just laughed at a kid using an e-cig and going, "You're not even doing any harm to yourself."
Yeah, or you're
an idiot.
Yeah, you look
probably go and start
smoking. Like you're sitting on a robot's dick. Let's make e-cigs. Let's make vaping like totally uncool. That's what we should do. Let's do that.
We try every day vaping on silly, great big things like this, don't we?
I just think it's bollocks. And the other thing is, as I was just thinking, those cancer habits just made you a bit anxious, didn't they? And nothing took the anxiety away like a little bit of just a cigarette.
I was after about 20. I was always really anxious about smoking, just because obviously it is really bad for you, and it did play on my mind actually. But I still really liked it. It's just it does eat at you a bit.
It's like it's a bit like when they started putting the photos on the box, the hideous photos on the box, and you'd as a man you'd hope for. I'm not.
Do you know what? I totally when they put the pictures on the back of it, I knew what a shit idea it was when because smokers hang around with smokers. Best mate Simon, who owns the company I work for, he smoked, I smoked, all my friends smoked. When they put those pictures on, I remember sitting around a table, having a fag in a pub, and we went, "Who have you got?" And he went, "Oh, dead man," and I went, "Oh, lungs," and we were like. That was like top trumps. You were like, hey.
Yeah. A good one was the erectile dysfunction one. I thought that was probably the best one you could get.
Yeah. But no one gave a shit. We were all just comparing the illness on the back of the cigarettes.
Yeah, I think the worst thing about that was the man with the cauliflower terrible tumour thing. His mustache was awful, absolutely awful. It was dude, that cauliflower tumour, nasty, but mustache, good grief.
It's that thing. There's a piece of bullshit which is really funny. Australia was the first country to cover up cigarettes, and they were the first country to use unbranded cigarettes, which we now do in the UK. And there were some falsified figures which said that it had a massive impact and the smokers were declining. The only country currently in the world, sort of Western country, or Western cultured country with an increasing uptake of cigarettes is Australia. Jesus Christ. It doesn't.
It's really expensive over there as well in Australia. I smoked when I was there.
But could you imagine saying to somebody like, no, we're not, no, you can't call it heroin anymore. We're calling it knob cheese. They wouldn't go, well, none for me then. No, all right, I'm doing that. No one gives a shit. You could do what you want. I think
the worst bit of legislation was forcing the 20 packs.
Yeah. Oh yeah, getting rid of 10.
That's like the Homer Simpson attempt, isn't it?
Yeah.
It's crazy because when I was dabbling on giving up, I would just buy a 10 pack when I go to the pub, and to buy 20 would have kept me smoking in the morning as well.
Nothing shitter than the cut down method of getting rid of cigarettes. It was the rubbish. You were like, I used to smoke 20, now 10, now 5, now 2. I'm only on 2 a day. 4. I'm on 8. I'm on 8, 12, 20, 40. Fuck it.
I went through a phase of getting cafe cremes because I didn't like them very much.
My dad smoked cafe cremes.
But I still smoke 10 of them a day.
Yeah, I think we've done that to death, but we don't agree.
Yeah.
James.
I think we got that time in it. Is there nearly that time for change? I think it's
well, that's time. Well, if we've had that quite serious bit, maybe it's time for something a bit less serious. So give me a tea.
Things that remind you of vaping, but they aren't really vaping at all.
John, you're meant to stay quiet when they do the intro.
I didn't do anything. James did it.
That was me. I was going to do the whole give me a tea.
Yeah.
Give me another tea.
Yeah, I was playing along.
Who crashed?
Anyway, yes, we have many of the trial patavas this evening. Many. But look at the time. We've got loads of time
to dissect each one in full detail.
Absolutely. Let's have a good look at these trials. It's been a couple of weeks since we've been able to actually not just dismiss them, but
let's go then.
Absolutely. Look at this one. Look at this. This one came in just today or yesterday, maybe. This is from Austin Green?
It is from Austin.
Yes.
See, I'm even remembering the names of people that would send them in. This is Austin and Mr. Dacus.
It looks a little bit like Mike, but not as good looking, of course.
I don't see it, but I'm not racist.
Yeah, that's why I did. He was sent to me first for a thingy, and I know what he means. They all look alike, and that's what I thought.
I'm surprised this hasn't come up before, if that's the case. Linford Christie.
Stones. Carl Lewis, obviously.
He's on some sort of Hell's. Is it Hell's Kitchen? Is that what he's on here?
Yeah, Hell's Kitchen. USA.
Yeah. Oh, is his name Millie? That's a girl's name.
No, Millie Vanilli.
Not in America.
Millie.
Let's not forget, he's the fish course leader.
Oh yeah, good with pepper is Millie.
Oh, okay. Yeah, that's reaching. But
Yeah, that's reaching. Go, James. Doing
Next one.
drop guitar bar at speed. Oh, mother, fuck you.
Oh.
You're gonna have to go. There you go.
Here we
I'll
go.
play it again. You gotta watch the
Play it
subtitle.
again. Play it again.
What could that possibly be about?
No idea what that could be.
Fucking hell. She's not an oil painting, is she? Look at that hair.
Have you seen this program? This is on BBC Three at the minute.
I have
No,
not
what's it
seen
about?
it.
Not all about John, is it?
It's a bit like the chap in it's a bit like The Office. It's kind of a mockumentary sort of thing. It's called what's it called? Not This Is Britain. It's something like that though. This Country or something.
What was she actually talking about? I assume she was talking about Bigfoot or something.
I've not seen this episode. This is season 2. I've only seen
It
the
must
first
be
season.
something like that, some wild animal thing or something.
Yeah, that was what I assumed. I
But
thought.
the chap in the background, when I first saw a preview of this, I thought the chap in the background was Mackenzie Crook. He's like,
Oh yeah, boldy haircut.
and he's called Curtin or something like that. And
I heard a wicked little soundbite from Mackenzie Crook in an interview the other day. Somebody said to him, "How did you get your hair cut like that, like for The Office?" And he went in the barber's, sat down, and he went, "You all right, mate? What are you after?" And he just cut my hair like a tosser. And the guy went, "What?" And he went, "What would a tosser ask for?" Just do that.
Because he didn't have long hair before.
Yeah, he had long hair. I loved the idea. And he said that the hairdresser was really put out at the idea that he would do a haircut for a person who's a tosser. I really liked it. Do it like a tosser.
brilliant, absolutely brilliant. So that reminded somebody of vaping. I don't know. Don't remember who. But,
Oh, it's just my fucking head.
yeah, but you vape, and it's.
I'm with you. I'm with you. I get it. I knew who it was about the second I
Part of the
saw it.
establishment now. You are part of vaping, John.
You are part of the
Next one.
Next one.
Massive one.
That was also from Boston Green, by the way. Are we into the season of Bob now?
I didn't get that. That was reaching. I didn't know what it was.
What is it?
The next, like, I don't know how many. The next
Is it Ice Cream Man?
15. Yeah, it's ice cream.
Oh,
The next 15
that's
from
bad.
Bob.
That's more like catchphrase, vaping catchphrase than.
Come on.
That's what it is. That's what it
See
is.
what you see.
Ice
We better
cream
run
man.
through some of these Bob ones. I've got a feeling a lot of them are reaching.
Right.
Go on then. He's tried. This is his third attempt at this one.
That's bad. But rabbit, isn't it?
Are we going to have to put Bob on a yellow?
Yeah, I think Bob's getting
I
yellow.
think what
Dead
is
rabbit.
this to do with vaping then? What is
Dead
rabbit?
rabbit. It's that.
Dead rabbit RDA.
I mean, I've knocked back
okay.
the first two because they were too graphic, Bob. They were just too graphic. You can't have. The first one was a child holding a dead rabbit.
Oh,
There was some debate whether it was a rabbit or a hare.
oh
that was a
yeah.
bit of-
I remember that. I do remember that. Yeah. I do remember.
Yeah. So
This is a bit better. It's a bit better.
This is good. This is probably Bob's best one, and I hope that's
Fuck
Bob's
off.
fingers.
It's the bottom of a Bic lighter.
It looks like a 510 though.
No, it fucking doesn't. It looks like the bottom of a Bic lighter.
That's the bottom feed of 510.
It does, John. You got to give him. Come on, pull
No,
Bob.
I'll give it
I don't mind that one.
It's a good one. It's a 510. Next one. Go on. Let's. Thanks, Bob.
Holy fuck! Oh, that wasn't. I see. I'd prefer this one. That's a coil. I'm all right with that.
Yeah.
No, I like the lighter one because the thing is, I've seen that lighter many times, and I never thought they were reminders of vaping. But now that things remind us of vaping, maybe I would look at a lighter as a smoker. If I'd still been a smoker, I looked at a lighter and went, "Oh, that reminds us of vaping."
That's ridiculous.
You know, we're changing the world here, John.
Yeah.
It's not the same as it was 17 weeks ago or whatever when we
There
first
you go,
started.
look at this. Look, things that remind you of vaping, but it's really a blowtorch, you twat. See?
Now you spoiled that for next week. We could have had that next week, John. What if
Blow torches in general remind me.
there's
of
only
vaping
one
now.
next week and you haven't got that one? Oh, sorry, Rich, what you said?
I'll take a picture after it, sure.
Well, here we go. There's another one from Bob.
Ooh.
I like that because that is how you used to have to. Do you remember when you used to have to do really arsehole rebuilds on?
Clearomizer heads.
Yeah, Clearo head rebuild.
That would not fit in a pro tank.
No, that's a borrower. It would.
Oh, right, fine.
You get them to do the coils for you.
That's a hell of a macro lens.
It's good, isn't it? Good, Bob.
I like it.
Oh, he's at it again. Look, he's having a dig at John again.
I bet.
It is weird that you do live.
Yeah, this is from Bob again. This is Bob's last one.
I'm only laughing. I'm laughing at what Richard said more than anything. Did you hear what Richard said?
I didn't.
Richard said it's weird because you live there, though.
Is that in England? Is it?
Yeah, I think it was. Somebody posted
English
it before.
to me.
Somebody did post it before. Somebody in chat, tell us. Is that 5 head in England, you cunt?
Yeah, I reckon it is.
Everything, Five Head River. It's next to Swell and Higher Swell.
Yeah, that's
It's
England.
got quarries on it. It's got our weird field formation.
Which is also a head. You can have a swell head. Is that was? I'm sure that was a phrase. When and look, it says. Oh, it doesn't say. I thought it said 18650. It just says 1850 over there. I'm pointing with my mouse. It does nothing.
Right.
Yeah, Five Head. That's from Bob. Thanks, Bob, for your many tried guitar bars this week. That's
Colin.
This is from Colin Albans. Yeah, look at that. That's he's got. He's
having a vape.
Car engine thing. Look at
He's
that.
on a TVF. What is that? What it's called? TVF 24 coil thing.
Yeah, I reckon.
The
That's what
FB. I don't know what they're called even.
a little mini beast.
Some Albany's proverbials off there, isn't he?
That's a reach.
Singing
I
there.
like this next one actually. I like this next one from Craig.
Come on, there's got to be some good ones, hasn't there? Got to be.
Oh, Schwartzy just won in chat.
Oh,
It's
this
a two-parter. This one.
Wait there.
It's
Wait
a
there.
two-parter.
Wait, hold 2 seconds because Schwartzy just came up with an awesome comeback on the map. Schwartzy said, I just Googled it, John, and a picture of you came up.
Right.
Well played, fuckface.
Right. This is Craig
This one
Nichols.
caused a stir, didn't it?
This two-parter up, hasn't he?
This was from Craig Nichols'.
It didn't really cause a stir. I was playing along with the joke. Craig said, I know my wife will say that she's reaching. So I said, reaching. That was the fucking joke.
Yeah, but he reckons she said it looks like this.
It does. I like it.
Yeah.
I really like it.
It's a potato. I like it.
It's a cracker.
It's
Absolute
a
cracker.
limelight unmachined. They really make them out of potatoes.
Raw,
Watch it-
natural,
watch is
just
actually
fresh
holding
into
up
good
there.
form.
What she's actually holding up is John's modem.
Yeah.
I thought solid that. The little curve in it, everything.
Right, but there were. I'm not going to.
Pretty good, isn't it? It's got
some
the
news today.
away there.
You don't have to worry.
Yeah, that was a good one, that Craig. Nice one.
Yes, we like that one. Thank you, Craig. Thank you.
Herbie.
Mr.
Good
McGovern.
one again. This is a good one.
Like that one, John? John? You like that one?
No, that's nothing.
It's the underneath of an Atty.
Of course it is.
Oh, okay. All right. Yep. No, give me that. That
You-
is the 510. Give me that.
No,
Tells
this
you-
is
tells you which way to
things that
turn.
remind you of vaping, John. That's
That is.
think about things that remind you of vaping.
That was good. That was good. I
Like that
missed
one.
it. I love it. Next.
Excellent. Next one.
Oh,
E-juice. It sort of is, isn't it?
sort of
Like,
is.
it is, your brain kind of adds the extra. I mean, it's not really. It's edge or sussy, but it's
just a see, yeah.
but it could easily be e-juice. I mean, there's several letters missing, but your
That's
brain.
reasonable, though. We all saw it,
reasonable.
though. We all know what it's supposed
Oh, yeah. I know what it was.
Not the worst license plate we've had.
No.
Yeah,
Nope,
not bad.
That's coming up later.
Wow.
Next one. This was from.
I don't like that because they fucked up the joke. That's a classic joke. Fucked. Red
What?
sky at night, shepherd's delight. Red sky in the morning, your barn's on fire. That is
Yeah.
the joke.
But they're taking the joke to the next level, aren't they? This is
And
the
gone,
next
yeah,
level.
but fucking hell, that's reaching if you got to change it to shed, isn't it?
Well, and that's why it's a try of guitar bar because it's
That's
got
the only reason.
Sheds are a thing of vaping now, though, aren't they? Sheds are. Sheds are vaping.
Yeah, I mean, and not just the pub master. There's also people are in the sheds making all sorts of bits and bobs.
Yeah,
and that might have been the reason why it reminded him of Vaping. But it's got shed in there, and he sent it in.
Imagine anyone tuning in for the first time right now. They think we're about to watch Only Fools and Horses.
I used to say Red Sky at night, shepherd's pie.
Oh yeah.
Yeah,
I don't know what to do with that information. All right,
make no sense. So,
right, I like the idea that the weather might dictate your menu, Rick. I like that a lot. Well, it's raining. Let's have fish and chips.
Fucking hell! Oh,
what is this though? This is just someone's mate and me.
Yeah, but look, his little whistle. His little whistle looks like a vaping pen, doesn't it?
It does. Yeah, it does actually.
One of them things that the kids are all into. One of them things.
One of them. Yeah. He's having a go on it to see if it is bad for you.
I don't know, and also smoking crack, lemon crack. It's a doubler.
Yeah.
Is he missing a burglar to his left?
Could be.
Just on over there, isn't there?
I think he's having a flashback or something.
He's too busy having a vape to nick him, isn't he?
Yeah. See,
I'll just have a finish on this lemon crack's very nice. I'm not going to nick him yet.
He's blowing his whistle, isn't he? So he has seen him.
Yeah.
No, he's having. Yeah, of course. There's also somebody at the window. I think that I'm pointing with my mouse again. It doesn't make any difference. Is that somebody up to that window?
Looks like someone hanging upside down off. It's a head there, is it?
Yeah,
like
ghostly figure
or something.
I think it's Vaping like pre-2013 because he's got a lanyard.
Yeah.
Yeah, I remember them. I envied people with lanyards. I was like, imagine
I really didn't. I remember seeing them going, oh, fuck, I haven't got to that level. I'm all right.
Sorry, I was being facetious. I didn't really envy them people. I wanted to make them feel better. If you had a lanyard out there.
If they've got a lanyard, they haven't worked how to use YouTube. Don't worry about it.
Next one. This is a good one. No, it's wine.
Yeah, not bad. PG, in it.
It's a nice drop of Pinot. Oh, look at that. But it's got PG on the label, and PG is properly like all of them look better. People use that in Vape, and then it reminded him of Vape when he was in Sainsbury's or wherever, and he took a photo and sent it in, and now put it on the show. And
I wouldn't want to use that when I made juice, though.
Oh,
if you made the mistake of using that instead of PG, it might work out a bit bad.
They do say that you get the throat hit from the PG. That would give you one hell of a throat.
That would give you a throat hit. Yeah.
It's like piss, I reckon.
They should almost have a warning on it. I think they should almost have a warning on that saying, "Do not make your e-liquid with this."
In the future. In the future.
Yeah.
That was a good one though. It said PG. I liked it. Pretty
good. Pretty good. Did you know?
Let's get some more reaches in.
Okay, here's another one. From James Hall again, this one. Oh, he's found another. That's
that says RTA on it.
Yeah, reasonably. There's quite a high. There's a low probability of getting those three letters in combination. So he's done quite well with that one, really.
He's done all right. Is it a Republic of Ireland plate?
Don't know.
It's in Sainsbury's. Does that help?
It could do. I don't know.
Yeah.
At least this one is not a search it's not searched on the Googles. This is him leaning out of his car window in Sainsbury's car park, taking a photo. He saw it, he snapped it, he sent it in. It's on the show. This is basically the heart of what is Triumph Vapor.
This is a prime example of what we should be aiming for with
absolutely. Stand up, be proud.
Also, Mark Todd's got a battered old BMW.
And that might yes. He's got a different number plate. There is number plate. It's a smiley face for some reason.
Yeah.
That was quite funny. It says RTA on it, and I'm going to drop you in it now, Craig. I said, "Is that Republic of Ireland?" And Craig said, "No, because it'd be IRA."
He's a bad man. He's a bad man.
He said
if you're Irish, he's got a vape jam.
Craig Harrison said it.
Cuffing around the lug.
Yep.
Next one.
The Wicking.
This is a good one.
Yeah, it's pretty good.
Yeah, and it's also the wick. It's got the word wick in it, but also it's like you're wicking. I'm re-wicking the attic. I'm re-wicking.
That really did sound like a PJ Duncan song.
Are you coming down the pub? No, I'm wicking.
I really did. That was PJ Duncan beatboxing, doing a scratch.
We used to have a pub in. I thought I said this before. I don't know. We used to have a pub in Tunbridge Wells called the Guinea Butt, and I just went for a business meeting up with my mate's girlfriend, girlfriend at the time, and I had to message him and said, "I've just took your girlfriend up the butt."
Isn't there? Well, there is one in the UK called the Ram Inn, isn't there? There is, yeah.
But that's good though. Wickin's good.
We like that one. We like that one a lot.
Next,
We're
John
losing Bell.
Speed.
Oh, let's full screen and start again. Oh, get back there. All right, here we go. Oh, I saw this one. Yeah, it's making Claptons, isn't it? It's making guitar strings.
It is.
Well, that's how you make them. Look.
The first Claptons were guitar strings, weren't they?
No. Metal. I don't know what metal they use for guitar strings, but
yeah, I know what. Not definitely not that.
I'm sure Rip Tripper did a video
using actual guitar strings.
Oh, I might be wrong. I don't know.
Yeah,
That's true. The chat will tell us.
It'd be the wrong. I don't know what metal guitar strings are made of, but it could be bad.
It looked like it was copper alloy of some sort.
Yeah, they are called Claptons because they look like guitar strings, but I don't.
Yeah, they're called Claptons because they look like guitar strings. Yeah,
yes. Amazing. Oh, Schwartzy just accidentally did one of those moments in chat where he put, "Is that why they're called Claptons?" Yes.
Yes, because Eric Clapton is famous for playing guitar, so they call them Claptons.
He vapes, Eric Clapton. Yeah.
And also, I quite like how it's made. I don't know whether that's from how it's made, but I really quite like how it's made.
I love it. I watch all of those. How do they do it? No, how it's made, I prefer to how do they do it, actually?
Oh, how it's made is the OG. Absolutely, I prefer how it's made. How do they do it, or how is it made? How do they make that?
I quite like Food Factory as well. That's just next one that they're doing, isn't it? Food Factory. That's quite good.
Was it just me who used to get home when I was single? I used to get home pissed up from the pub and stuff. Come home, click on a bit of how do they do it or whatever, and just have a nap on the sofa.
I do that. I love it. I watch all of that. Yeah, I love it.
Right. Absolutely. If they brought out a DVD box set, I'd be having some how it's made.
I've done so many
9 seasons.
Never watched Quest in my life.
DVD box.
It's not history, man.
It's good. What I really like is the music that sounds a little bit like something that's real. That could be a new thing that I'm not. Music things that aren't really. There's one that's a bit like Stevie Wonder Superstition. There's another one. There's a few of them. I love how it's made. It's great.
I still tell people how After Eights are made because I saw it and I was like, "That's amazing." And
so you see it on how it's made, or was it on Food Factory?
No, it was on how it's made.
Oh, because Food Factory is the same as how it's made, but for food.
Oh, nice.
Good, it is good.
How it's made also has food. Apparently, there's an episode of how it's made, which is Pink Whistles. I've not been able to track it down though. Anyway, this is from our John.
How did he make Scotch eggs?
No one knows.
They make a giant round sausage and then inject the egg into the sausage.
Amazing.
Special inject.
I heard they actually put the chicken in the sausage meat until it lays an egg, and then they liquidize the chicken and suck it out.
Yeah,
that's what I heard.
Could be. Excellent. This is Collier's. This is from our John. This is from War John.
No, it's Jamie. It's our Jamie, isn't it?
Yeah.
We love Jamie. We love Jamie.
Jamie's done some absolutely fantastic mods. There's probably quite Jamie's not really in the vaping scene right now. But absolutely, I've known Jamie for I don't know how many years. Absolutely love him. He's as mental as I am, and he's currently doing his psychology degree that he's on for a first. So, and then I think he's going to do a doctorate after that. Absolutely adore Jamie.
We love Jamie.
That was John. Remind him of him, and so we put it in there.
Yeah, it reminds me of Jamie. Definitely. Mick Blizzard.
Look at this. This is a good one. It's Goose Juice.
Oh, no problem with that.
Yeah, that's a good one.
Is that a pass, John?
Yep.
Excellent.
Definitely a pass.
No geese in the logo or anything. Just goose juice.
Just
It's a bit weak though. That's a bit weak. That goose juice.
Yeah, I wouldn't have it, but I like the sound of it.
I can't drink anything under 4.5 now.
That'd be all right for a lunchtime, though. It'd be all right for a lunchtime.
Yeah.
Or a breakfast pint. You want a
breakfast beer? More of a breakfast beer.
Lovely. Next one. We've got more. I think we've got more. Have we? This one just came. Yeah.
What's that?
It's the pop-up book of phobias. I know it's phobics.
Oh, that is reaching.
Oh,
Jesus
come on,
Christ.
John. Live a little.
It still reminded him of vaping.
I wouldn't mind actually seeing a book of phobics.
Who the fuck would open that? I wouldn't open it.
If you read that, you'd suddenly have more phobias, wouldn't you?
Yeah.
You got to be, on self-destruct to want to read that book, I reckon.
No, because there is like a sort of therapy where I can't remember what it's called, where you overexpose yourself.
Exposure therapy.
Yeah, you overexpose yourself to this. So if you're frightened of spiders, you go and live in a box of spiders for a fortnight, and then you're not bothered about spiders.
It doesn't work because if it's a phobia, not a fear, a phobia, you wouldn't do it.
A phobia is a fear? No, that's surely not.
No, it's not. No. It's not.
But some people might think they've got a phobia when they've only got a fear.
There's the answer.
See?
Yeah.
So
this is really a pop-up book of phobias.
This is a
pop-up aren't really phobias at all.
Yeah. Yeah, got it. I'm with you.
See?
Yeah.
Awesome. We're on Amazon for that book. Here we go. That's from Paul Iverson.
The funny thing about this one is I've actually got a pair of Technics, and these are these styluses that you can put on them.
The Smelly. This is a Autofont 510 Mark II.
Yeah.
It's got 510 in the title. It's got 510 in the title. You know what? This doesn't work as well when we dissect the photos. I don't think we should go back to speed. Try Batava next week. Anyway, this is it's got 510 in it, and it's on the show.
Yeah, it's got 510 in it. That's why it's Mark II 510. Yeah. Next.
This one's notch coil. Look at that one. That one's a kind of a notch coil sort of thing.
Wasn't that old Matt Cully's Atty, wasn't it? That had the notch coil.
Yeah.
It's got in a ceramic cup as well, was it? I can't remember.
Yeah, look at that. I don't know where it is in real life.
I have no idea what that is.
It might be for slicing eggs really thinly.
It's something, it's something for crushing or slicing things, isn't it?
Yeah.
Oh, that's good.
Yeah, not bad.
Remind him of vaping.
Yeah, it's not really vaping at all, but it's good. Thanks.
Next one is probably my favourite from this week.
Oh. Here we go. That's where you're getting the stronger stuff from, John.
This is what John's currently vaping on now. He's got a nice little bit of bath and shower gel. He's gone for the Himalayan.
I bet you that's older than the e-liquid.
Yeah, I bet it is. Yeah.
How is it bath and salt? How is it bath and shower gel? How do you use that in the bath?
Because
pop it in the bath as a bubbly bath sort of in the water sort of thing, or you wash yourself with the shower gel.
It's that thing though, isn't it? You know, my wife's got. Oh, fuck. So I'm very sorry to any females watching, but shampoo doesn't know what colour your fucking hair is. It's total bollocks. I remember my mum when we ran out of shampoo when I was a kid. She's a northerner, so she wasn't bothered. So she just go, "Don't be stupid," and she'd wash her hair with washing up liquid. Didn't care. Like it's all soap, and she's do your hair.
It is though, really, isn't it?
Of course it is.
Some is less. In fact, fairy liquid's probably more soapy than shampoo is.
Once it's left your head, once it's not under the skin anymore, it's dead.
So this is just to confirm. This is bubble bath / shower gel.
Yeah, but it's because it's bath salts kind of thing.
But it is diluted into a liquid, so you
they put a bit of salt in it.
It's probably about around 50-50 PG and VG dilution than the.
I bet you there's VG in it. I bet there's VG in it.
It's good stuff. Good stuff.
I'm not sure about that.
Reminded me of it. But next one is from the Frape.
The Sega Mega Drive. I had one of those.
Everyone. Yeah. Oh, it was good. It was good. I'm happy with it. Hellfire. like that.
Remind them of it. I didn't play this game. I was when it came to this style of game, I was an R-Type fan myself.
Oh, I loved R-Type, man, and Nemesis.
But Nemesis would also have been a Tribe for Tarvar, Rick.
Mega Drive was more. What was the one with the axe? There was two dudes.
Golden Axe.
Golden Axe and Final Fight. They were my two.
Yeah. But Sonic the Hedgehog came out on the Sega, didn't it? On the 16-bit.
No, it came out on the 8-bit. It came out on the Master System.
Yeah.
Was it?
Master System. Yeah.
The super fast Sonic one, though.
Sega.
I don't know how quick it was. But...
Oh, yeah, this is Mega Drive, isn't it? Yeah.
Yeah, we get that one. Cool. That's good.
Random of it, like a lot. Hellfire.
Last one.
Last one. Okay, this is from me. This is not Tribe for Tarvar. This is the trying to raise it trying to bring it as a thing. This is the pouch from the lab today. This is a Tav Briar Tan. This is the things that is actually vaping, but reminds us of things that aren't vaping. It's a Millennium Falcon. Look, it's a Millennium Falcon.
Yeah.
I love the fact Rick just said Star Trek.
No, I meant Star Wars though.
I know. That's what I do to everybody who says Star Wars. I always go, yeah, live long and prosper, man. Love it. Star Wars. Fucking love it.
It's a thing. It's a thing that is actually vaping.
Is it supposed to look like that?
I've got no idea. Absolutely.
It's called Air Lab, and yeah, it's sort of flying.
The bit in the middle is the deck, isn't it?
The bit in the middle is the Atty, absolutely, yeah. Without the drip tip.
Yeah.
Or sort of maybe with the drip tip if you kind of imagine the top was across the.
It sort of looks a little bit that bit there actually looks a bit like a stormtrooper, doesn't it? A bit.
Oh, like a one-eyed stormtrooper, which could be a euphemism.
It's a Cyclops stormtrooper.
You have this the old Cyclops.
Beautiful.
Definitely spending too long on each pick.
Yes.
But it could be Star Trek. You can see a sort of animal there. That's the nose and that's the mouth, but it's got a Star Trek Geordie visor across there and the eyes.
This is no longer Trying for Tarbar. This is 4 Blokes in Therapy Live.
These things that remind you of space programs.
Right.
Yeah.
Stop presenting that thing.
Oh, done.
Well, that was good.
I think we're stretched out for 27 minutes there. 27 minutes worth of Tribe for Tarvar.
Fuck it out. 10 minutes cut off.
That's a special.
Week.
We can
save
click
them out.
Right. Last thing, then we're going, aren't we?
Oh, we're on back to Richard, aren't we?
We are.
Oh, do you want some Trump book?
Yeah. Oh, I thought we were doing movies.
Well, this is the last week of Trump, and then we're arresting him.
We're arresting him, yes.
Gonna give him a rest.
I like him.
Fucking don't.
I need a page number from chat.
Okay. Here we go.
First one.
I'll
do one while we wait.
Go.
Oh no, they've all left.
Right.
They're 21.
Ali, I'm only on my 3rd beer.
We've got Cuz Steve has gone 21.
21.
Okay, 21.
All right, 21. I make this promise. I, Donald John Trump, do solemnly swear that I will faithfully execute the office of President of the United States, and I will do the best of my ability, preserve, protect, and defend the Constitution of the United States. I promise I will never be in a bicycle race. I will not rename the White House. And I promise not to talk about your massive plastic surgeries that didn't work. I promise. Thank you.
Have you got one more for the death of Trump, like the goodbye of Trump?
Who gave you the book? Has he put? Is he
Colin.
in chat?
Colin. No, I don't think Colin's here tonight. I think he's at work getting paid.
Okay.
Right, are you ready for this one? This one that's been shouted out. Scotty Bogfoot, the legendary.
Oh, he is a
67.
fucking man.
Just for you, Scotty.
Right, treat yourself to the very, very best life has to offer. That's what this one's called. The most beautiful piece of chocolate cake, the world's greatest steaks, the best meatloaf in America, the best ties and shirts at the best prices, beautiful Humvees and rifles, A state-of-the-art missile defense system. The fantastic new F-35 fighter jet, exclusively available at Macy's. An Armada, very powerful. Luxury at its finest. You deserve it. That's quite.
I'm surprised he didn't mention that that porn star. He had the best porn star, didn't he? Apparently.
It's quite deep, that one.
Yes, deep.
Yeah.
Deep.
We'll leave you with that and we'll slide into Mod Showcase.
No, I've got more showcase.
That's it. We're over.
Oh.
We're over. I'll do a double next week.
We'll do a doubler next week.
Double Mod Showcase next week.
Yeah.
That's
Thanks for
it.
watching.
I think some of you will be seeing us tomorrow. Some more of us will be seeing you on Saturday. And the rest of you, we'll see you next Thursday. Check out that link.
That was a good one, John. Well done, mate.
Well, you've got to like and subscribe. Like and subscribe.
Oh yeah, hit that dislike button, quick. Dislike.
Thumbs down. Oh, thumbs up. Thumbs down. Thumbs up. Thumbs down.
If you're doing thumbs up, press it once. If you're doing thumbs down, press it twice.
That's right. That's how it works.
Right.
And then press.
Hopefully see some of you tomorrow.
Hopefully see some of you tomorrow and hopefully see some of you on Saturday. Have a good weekend, whatever you're up to.
Have a lovely
See you next
time.
Thursday.
Beautiful people.
Click that button. Go. Bye.
Bye. Which button is it?
Don't know that one.
That one.
Oh, bye.
Another one.